Hi dear Truth Warriors, welcome back to the channel. I'm Petra Van Dale, life coach, breathwork practitioner and advocate for survivors of narcissistic abuse. Today I just want to focus on the initial aftermath of you leaving a narcissistic friendship. Now there is a difference between the narcissistic relationship and the friendship. In the friendship, you are usually the one to leave. I was the one to leave. And with a relationship, it's usually the narcissist that discards you. I mean, this doesn't always apply, but in most cases with a relationship, the narcissist will discard you. So in this video, I simply want to focus on the initial aftermath of you leaving this friendship. So when you communicate to the narcissistic friend that you've had enough, you are sick and tired, or whatever the reason may be, you communicate to them that you're leaving or that you're ending the friendship, then this is inflicting a narcissistic injury. And this triggers a loss of control with the narcissist. Because as we all know, a narcissist is all about control. They have a very weak sense of self. They are very insecure, and so they feel the need to control everything and everyone around them. So this is what you are doing. By telling them you're leaving, you're inflicting that wound, and this will then trigger the loss of control, as I just said. So then what happens? Because the narcissist is looking to regain that control, and you have in fact cut off their premium supply. You have been the friend for the longest time. You have been the one doing all the people pleasing or the narcissistic pleasing. You have been the one to try and resolve issues in the friendship. So you have been their premium supply. When that supply is cut off, they're going to have the loss of control. They're going to feel the fear set in where they need to quickly regain the fuel because they realize they're losing fuel. You've punctured their tank, so to speak. So what they will do to get this fuel back is to then go into the pity play. So the pity play can look anything like crocodile tears. This was true for me with the friendship that I ended, is that there was so much boo-hooing, so many tears that flowed. And this is to trigger your sympathy again, because once they've triggered your sympathy, they're playing on your empathy as well, then this usually causes you to want to then hear them out, maybe try and repair the friendship, and then get back in again. So this is all premeditated with the narcissist playing the victim, the pity playing. So there will be tears, and usually a whole lot of crocodile tears. And sometimes it's not even coming from both eyes, it's from one eye. You know, that's how good they are. So there's the tears and there's the I'm sorries. I didn't realize that you felt so bad in our friendship. I wish you would give me the chance to repair things. Taking into account that you have probably told the narcissistic friend very many times that there's stuff you don't agree with and there's stuff that's going on that you're not happy with. So you have told them this beforehand and they have never taken the steps to change their behavior or to apologize. So now suddenly when they realize that you are dead serious about ending this friendship, that's when they will start the apologizing again, wanting to repair things with you. It's a trap. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. So there's the I'm sorries. They could even be the future faking, which often happens. In my case with the narcissistic friend, the future faking for me was that we had at some point in the friendship decided to start a business together or to take our businesses, combine them and make that bigger. So this was brought into the whole pity play where, yes, but we had arranged to start off this business and we were going to do this and we were going to do that, and think of all the money involved and think of all the success involved. But if you choose to end the friendship, then all of that is going to be lost. So I suggest that we give this our best shot, and I'm going to make things well with you and right with you, and therefore we can continue our business. So the future faking. And they do it in such a way that you feel, well, they have a point. You know, maybe I should smooth things over, maybe forget the past, forgive, and get back into the friendship. This is all a tactic. Don't fall for it. Another thing, another step they will take to regain the control, sense of control, is the smear campaign. So with the smear campaign, they could contact your friends, your family members, and tell them some outrageous story about what you have done, what you have taken from them, what disruptions you have caused in their relationship. So there will be all of these stories that they will make up, and they are so good at doing this. I mean, these stories just sort of, how they do it, they really deserve an Oscar for this performance, because they make up the most outrageous stories and are willing to get your family members involved, your maybe even mutual friends involved, to make you look like the abusive one, and that they are the victim, and that how dare you want to end this friendship after all that they have done for you and after all that they have sacrificed. This is the way you then treat them. This is all part of the smear campaign. And sadly enough, they are so convicting in their way of relaying these lies that very many family members or mutual friends will believe the narcissist over you. Doesn't happen often, but this can happen. Again, in my case, oh my goodness, this person tried to contact my friends. They weren't even mutual friends. Tried to contact them to tell them of all the stuff, all the disruption, all the evil stuff that I had caused in our friendship. And how dare I end this friendship with her because she had done nothing wrong. She had done absolutely nothing wrong. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. I was the one who was very abusive. So this is all part of the smear campaign. And this video is simply a warning. You've probably experienced this already, but if you haven't, this is what you can expect when you try and end that narcissistic friendship. So just be aware of all these points: the smear campaign, the pity playing, the calling of your friends and their family, the victim blaming. You know, they will say, well, you're being a victim. You're so sensitive. There is nothing wrong with our friendship. It's all here. It's all in your mind. You're making up this stuff. There is nothing I would ever do to hurt you. So all this stuff is thrown into it simply because they want to regain control. Do not fall for it. It's not worth it. You know, if there is a friendship that you're in and it's a one-way street, it is not worth it. A friendship, same as a relationship, same as any kind of ship, needs to be a two-way street. There needs to be mutual love, mutual respect, mutual understanding. There needs to be all of this. And if you are the one putting in most of the work and not getting anything in return, or getting just a load of BS in return, break off that friendship. Hold yourself to a higher standard. You do not need to put up with this kind of nonsense and terror and fear and shaming and blaming. You don't need to put up with it. Life is too short to have these kinds of toxic friends. So just end it, know what's coming, know what you may have to deal with, and just be okay with that. As long as you stay close to yourself, stay connected to yourself, there is nothing that they can do to then make you change your decision on ending this friendship. I know I've done it several times. I've broken off 4 narcissistic friendships. And yes, it is painful, especially when you've been in friendship for so long. But it is not worth all the aggravation that is caused and all the frustration and doubt, all of the stuff that goes into emotional abuse. So again, just be aware, this is in the initial aftermath. They might even try and continue this for the longest time, But usually it's just the first couple of months, as long as you decide and also maintain that door kept shut. Don't reopen it, because once you reopen it, the whole cycle starts all over again. Take care of yourselves and speak to you next time. Love and light to all of you.